Okay guys, today I'm going to talk to you about choosing the right heroes depending on the job. So it's going to look at bear in particular, but really just any rally and also any reinforcing. So that's kind of the aim of this video. So let's get started and have a look at this. So if we're adding to a rally, if we're starting a rally, we want to start with our best three heroes. So choosing the best three heroes, for me that's Molly, Flint and Bahidi. It won't be for everyone. I'm a free-to-play player, so these are kind of the ones. Flint I got through the lucky wheel, so I've got him to 4 stars, and you can see there that Molly's pretty good for me. And Bahidi, I wish I had a better hero than Bahidi as a marksman, but I don't. So that's it. Hopefully Greg will come along at some point. So you want to choose with the highest level and choose with the best combinations of skills. So remember, we're just looking at expedition skills, so I'll show you what that means. What we're looking at here is expedition skills. We're talking about the skills on the right. So here we've got, these are the skills that we're interested in. So when I start a rally, I'm going to get 3 lots of skills there. Flint's going to give me another 3 lot of skills. Bahidi is going to give me 2 skills. So if I can get another mythic there, I'll get an extra skill out of that. And you can see what the skills are down the bottom there. So they're the 3 that they're my best combination. They give me the highest march. At the moment it's about, well, actually I'll go back and we'll just start a rally and we'll see. So let's just start any rally because I want to have a look at some of these a bit later anyway. Okay, so you can see that the march is about 124. You might want to play with the balance. Typically 50, 20, 30 is a pretty good balance. There we go, about 124. I know that normally I would have Gina as my head thing to reduce stamina use, but that's not the point of this video, so I'll just send that out and we'll see what we get back in return. And that brings us to adding to a rally. So we've started the rally. Now people are going to add to this rally. And so let's go back and have a look at maybe the best ones to add to a rally. So other things that can affect this: hero gear, chief charms, buffs. So we don't have a whole lot of control over the chief gear and the chief charms. Obviously we'll try our best with those. As a free-to-play player, mine's pretty ordinary, I would say. Buffs, so city buffs only work if you're the lead. They don't work when you're adding. Pets, I'll go back and have a look at my pets in a second. Daybreak Island, I'll show you how that works. What technology you've got, the facilities that you own that your alliance has. What skins you're using, and if you're using Natalia and Geronimo, then your VOP status also affects it. So you can see here I've actually got my hero gear stacked as much as I can. I'm a little bit off a full set here. I've got to get some more mythic gear. I know I'm a couple of days off in the arena getting some more mythic gear, so I'll be pretty excited when that fills out. Okay, so let's have a look at adding to a rally. So choose the best top expedition skill is what we're after. So normally it's Jesse, Jasia and Sioyun, but also Geronimo and Philly are pretty good as well. And so if we have a look at how the skills work, I'll describe it in detail when we look at that rally. We'll just have a look at those heroes that I spoke about and see why they're good. So Jesse, if you look at Jesse's skills, this is the only one that counts. And Jesse implements advanced weaponry for our troops, increasing damage by 25% for all troops. So you can see why that's a big plus. Okay, if we go to Sioyun, and you can have a look at her skills. Now I've got to be careful with this because it's a level 4, which I'll get to in a sec. Sioyun beats the war drum to boost morale, increasing troops attack by 20%. So that's an increase of 20%. Obviously, I want to get her to level, the skill level to level 5. I'm a little bit off that. As you can see, I've only got one more little point, so she'll be there shortly. and then Jasiah,
In the blink of an
similar.
eye, destiny is
Okay, so precisely damage respectively. Sorry, we want to be in this one. Same again, increasing damage by 20%. So again, level 4, and I'll tell you why that's important in a sec. Okay, so let's go back to the rally that I just started. It's already gone. Damn. We'll start another one. Because there is more to talk about in this anyway. Okay, so there's those 3 in particular, and I said Geronimo and Philly, but the way the skills work, if we just even look at another person's rally, it's the first 4 that are added. So in this one, you can see in this one, Molly gets added, no hero, so the first 4, this one gets added, Patrick, and another Patrick, and another Patrick. So these rallies that are added, basically what happens is, we've got a Molly which gives you nothing in that skill, because it's an individual skill for Molly, that top one. Then these ones are defense related skills. So these people that have added to this rally actually don't contribute at all to this rally in terms of skill base. They only contribute their troops and add to the main one. And this one's a bit better. Look, we've got a Jessie here. So Jessie's going to give us that 25%. We've got none, which means it skips to the next one. Molly gives us that. And okay, the thing about Mia is an interesting one to add, because at 2 she might be at skill level 3. This one here, John D's got Mia almost at 4, so she'll be at skill level 4. Damn. We'll look at my rally. So in this one here, you can see no hero. So the first one's Molly, no addition. We've got here a skill level for Mia of maybe 4. Again, another Molly, and then we've got a Gina which has no combat skills at all. So people adding to my rally have actually given me nothing in that, especially when the next person is another Molly. So what happens, why it's super important about understanding levels, and I'll make squads in a second, the reason why it's super important understanding levels is that if we get, say, 4 Jessies that are added, but they're all at level 4, if someone jumps in with a level 5 Molly, that's going to overtake it, because the higher the level, that's the order it overtakes. Yes, it's first come, first served, but the higher the order of that skill, it jumps the queue. So it's really important that we think about that when we're creating our squads. So let's have a look at the squads that I can make, maybe. So let's have a look at the squad. So this is my first squad, and that's pretty much the one I send out. Remember, I do change the balance, so I might save that squad there. So let's save that as number 1. Okay, my next squad is a Jessie squad. Okay, so I'm just going to leave those ones the way they are. Okay, so that's my Jessie squad. I might add that a little bit. Equalize. Let's overwrite number 2. Okay, my next one is a Jasiah squad. Let's equalize. I can get a few more troops in there. And again, I'm going to overwrite number 3. Okay, my next squad is a Seo Yoon squad. Again, I'll equalize. Save, and that could be my number 4 squad. So that gives me 3 full squads to add. Now, depending on my number of troops, I might add a no hero rally, but I really don't want my heroes to count. So in my next squad, this is my defensive squad, with Patrick leading it at this point, but I'll just clear it. And in my next squad, what I'm going to do is I'm either going to have no heroes, or I'm going to start with a really low level hero, because this is the only hero that counts, that first one. If I assign him, it means he's not going to actually count. And the reason why I might assign a hero, and I may not, but the reason why I might assign a hero is because I want more troops in there. So I'll just add some ones that I haven't added yet. Okay, so I want more troops in there. And let's look at it. Oh, I don't want to look at that. Yeah, so that's the only reason. I'll probably add those other squads with no heroes, because I think that's about the number of troops I've got. Okay, and that gets us to the last one. Okay, so the last type of rally that we might get to add to is, if I can get my mouse to go, is reinforcing a building. Again, it's just choosing the top expedition skill, and for free-to-play players, we're looking at Patrick and Sergey. The reason why this is important is events like Foundry. I think Foundry is nearly the only one, possibly Canyon Clash as well, but typically, no, not even Canyon Clash. Typically, Foundry might be the only one where you're reinforcing more than one building. So Patrick and Sergey are probably the best two to do. So let's have a look at what their skills are. So Patrick, and you can have a look at, again, it's just this type right skill, and it doesn't matter about hero gear when you're adding to a rally. It doesn't matter about any of that stuff for you, unless it's going to overtake the lead. But here he gets a 25% health increase for all troops, and Sergey gets
all I can to restore law and order.
Reducing damage taken by 20%. If you're reinforcing more than 2 buildings, the other two, I haven't seen any literature on this, but the other two that I think are interesting are Ling, and you look at Ling's skills there, and it's reducing all enemy troops' attacks by up to 20%, so mine's only at 16% at the moment. So she's an interesting one to add if you introduce, and then also Wallace.
They're the Call Rainbow Warriors. Together for freedom.
And Wallace is same thing, reducing enemy damage dealt by that. So if you're reinforcing buildings and you're reinforcing more than 1 or 2 buildings, those two might be the ones that you want to lead with. And that's all I was going to talk about in terms of heroes. So hopefully you grabbed something out of that.